Hey guys, Joe here. So I'm just doing an update. Honestly, I probably did an update like a week ago, never posted it, so I don't even know when the last time I did an update, but here's an update. Hopefully I post it. A lot of stuff. So it is the 3rd of January, so, you know, new year, new you, and all that kind of crap. But there's been so much that has been getting accomplished over the last few weeks that day to day it feels like nothing's getting done. But then when I look back, you know, over the course of a month, I'm like, holy shit, like a lot. Like, I mean, a lot is getting done. So as far as the supply side, if you are kind of following this journey, trying to think. So we bought 2 more forklifts. So that's a total of 4 at the one location. We have, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but we have another location that we just bought, or not bought, but started leasing out, that we pulled all our aluminum over to there, just because we need the space for the vinyl and stuff that's coming in for this year at the our main location. So those 2, we upgraded the racking outside. So we had to go higher. The reason for that is we have decking that's coming in, decking and railing. So we needed space for that, and it's not basically the space on the racks, because like what we already had racks outside, but we added 4 more additional racks outside. But then on top of that, we went higher. The reason for that is we were always able to stack too high, but we only had 10 foot tall uprights. So what would happen is we couldn't have like a solid surface across the top. So we end up putting in 14-foot racks now. So that way each space is about 6.5 feet tall. And then we have, we'll have the beams going all the way across. So like there's like an 80-foot shot of just, you know, straight top over one side. And then there's another like 32 or 34 feet or something on the other side. And that way, once the deck and railing order is put together, we can actually put that on the very top, because we need something that's, you know, at least 20 feet wide, because the board's coming, you know, up to 20 feet wide. So we have that. So now we'll be able to put like 3, 4, 5 orders of decking together. I don't know how well it's going to sell, but we have that first shipment coming in either probably in a week or 2, something like that. So we'll see what happens with that. What else? So basically with those uprights and everything else, there's 8, 4, 12. So we can, just on the shelving alone, there's enough room for 24 orders now. And then we have in front of that, we can put 1 order in front of the shelving as well. So there's a total of like 36 pallets worth of stuff that we can do. Basically, it is, we look at it, it's about an average of 1.5 pallets per order, just, you know, by the numbers. So it's something like, just say 20, I don't know, 22 orders or something like that. We are projecting somewhere, I'm projecting about 20 to 30 orders per day that are going to be going out, whether it be pickups or deliveries. Last year we were averaging, I would say anywhere from 6 to 10, somewhere around there. So we're projecting at least a 2x increase in business, but it probably honestly is going to end up being more than that. 2x is on the small side. The reason why I say that is just because our volume from, just say May, like our busiest month of the year, to November was pretty damn similar. It was just slightly off, and the reason for that is because we have constant new customers coming in. The reason why I think that's happening is because basically our entire business and everything that that we do is specifically for the benefit of our customers. I know it's a crazy concept, but everything we do is geared towards them. As far as getting them in and out quickly, getting the quotes done quickly, lead times done quickly, like you name it. You know, we have food for our contractors every Friday, and it's not even just for the contractors, but it's for contractor and crew appreciation Fridays. So we normally have like donuts or bagels or something like that for breakfast, and then a lot of times for lunch we'll end up having some kind of Mexican food, or we'll do pizza or something like that. I'm not sure what we're doing this week. I think we're end up doing pizza. There's actually a place around us that is a pizza place and a Mexican restaurant all in one, which is pretty cool. which I thought it was a weird concept. But then that's my previous accountant is like, well, if you think about it, it's usually Mexicans in the back, like cooking. So it only makes sense that like there's this restaurant that has both, which I think you're going to see more and more. Like I'm seeing it quite a bit where, you know, you have, you know, the Mexicans or whoever, like, you know, whoever coming into the, you know, the country, they're learning a particular trade, and instead of like just working for someone else, there's quite a few now that are transitioning into owners, which is pretty exciting. What else? We are in the interview process. We're trying to get one more person on front counter, so we'll have a total of 3 people on counter. My wife's on front counter, and then we have 2 people that are bilingual. That's the goal. We have 1 person that's bilingual, another person bilingual. What else? We will be hiring 4 people at least for the production side of things. So that way we have basically 2 people on forklifts all day long that are loading, unloading, moving material around. So that way, again, we can get people in and out. What happening is basically the 4 people we bring into production, they're going to be put onto most likely just doing panels. And then that way the 4 people that we have that are already back there, that have been there for a year, they're transitioning more into loading, unloading, you know, things like that. Like I said, we have the 4 forklifts. Now I think we'll only really need 3, but we always want to have 1 backup just in case one goes down. Just because if you don't have enough forklifts, it's a nightmare. Trying to think what else. There's been so much. We're getting the other warehouse ready, about to get the camera set up for there. We're actually changing out the, right now we only have a 4-foot chain link fence out front of the main location. We're actually changing that over to 6-foot vinyl. We're actually adding another area as well as like a staging area that's going to be fenced in as well. That's going to eliminate more of the movement that we have to do right now and shifting materials and stuff like that. This year's focus, and everything's kind of working out the plan, which is weird because like with the fence company it felt always like an uphill battle, whereas now everything's kind of going together easier and that kind of thing. But basically the goal was like, how do I knew the pricing wasn't going to be great just because we're like kind of like the mom and pop shop versus like a Walmart, you know, and competing on price and stuff like that, which was really difficult in the first 8 months of 2023. But the goal was basically, how do we drive enough volume into the business and then and still be profitable, and then after that start slowly looking at each area and like, how can we increase the profitability for each type of material, you know, through finding new suppliers and like whatever else we have to do. And then on top of that, start increasing the efficiency. So we're doing both at the same time. So that's been great. And it's really, like I tell people all the time, like, of course I'm here to make money. If, you know, I'm like, why else start a business? But like really like my concern is not making money. You know, as long as my bills are paid for and I'm comfortable, I don't really give a shit about the money, like, which is a nice place to be. It's really putting everything into back into the business, back into the I don't really like the word employee, teammates, and things like that. So I'm really excited about this year. It's gonna be insane, like insane. So I don't know exact numbers, but again, like at least a 2x, at least double the business, but I think realistically it might be 3 to 5x increase. So I think we're ready for it though. Like honestly, like for the while, like I wasn't too convinced that it was going to work out, not work out, but like, you know, what happens if we get really busy or we're going to start falling apart. Now, you know, springtime's coming, so, you know, we might get punched in the face, but, you know, metaphorically. But I do think we are ready for it. I think it's definitely going to be a struggle here and there. I think with the parking, you know, the size of the warehouse layout that we have, even though it's about 15,000 square foot, it's not quite big enough. Right now I'm spending a lot of time visualizing what's going to happen every single day, visualizing the future in the warehouse. So I'm calling it right now. Our next warehouse is going to be 50,000 square foot. It's going to be 24 foot tall, so that way we have about 20 feet of usable space inside. It's going to be 150 feet by 350 feet. There's going to be a 40 by 40 retail location for the registers and stuff like that. There's going to be a second floor above that that's going to house offices and a conference room. Behind that, there's going to be a break room and probably something else there. I was thinking maybe a gym for some reason. I don't know why. But that'll be behind there. There's going to be 10 stations set up for assembling panels. And that's as far as I got for that. Like, I still had to figure out for the aluminum and things like that, but that's as far as I visualized for there. On the outside, I'm actually going to do a 40 by 40 area. Basically, there's going to be a playground in there for basically if kids have to come in, play, you know, things like that. I don't know if we'll get into selling playgrounds, but that's another story. But basically, that 40 by 40 area is going to allow to display the fence as well, so people can physically see that area. What else we got? There's that, and then basically on the two sides of on the left side of the building and then the rear of the building, there's actually going to be a 20-foot overhang over there. The reason for that is basically when people are getting loaded and unloaded, I want to be able to have it where we're out of the elements, so that way if it's raining real hard, my people aren't, and my people and plus the customers aren't getting soaking wet and things like that. And then on the rear side of the building, that's basically when the truckloads of material are coming in, so that way we can get it in and out without getting rained on and stuff like that. So that's what I'm currently at. I can see it clear as day, like it's crazy. So if you're interested in the visualization stuff, I was telling the story, I got in trouble by my wife. I'm not going to go through the whole story, but basically I visualized something, it happened. I told my sales rep about it, trying to convince him about this whole visualization thing, and I kind of got yelled at for that. But there was 3 things that happened that just normally would not happen, and I visualized it. So shit's, I don't know, it's crazy. Years ago I wouldn't believe it, but I've been on this journey for a while now, and like I'm just getting consistent with everything. And I've always said, like, if I was consistent and if I had a halfway decent memory, like I would be unstoppable. Well, now I'm becoming more and more consistent. The memory's getting better, but it's still nowhere where it needs to be. But like every day I'm doing like the same shit. Wake up at weekends, not so much. Well, I still get the stuff done, but waking up at like 4:30, start with stretching for about 10-12 minutes, somewhere around there. Then I go downstairs to do my breath work, and then after that that's for about 20 minutes. Then I do visualization. That's usually anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and then after that, that's while I'm doing my red light therapy. If you're interested in that, I can talk more about that. Then that's on the front side. Then when I do my back side for 15-20 minutes, that's where I'm doing Babbel, so I'm learning Spanish every day. Wish my memory was better for that. And then after that, I have a UV light that is helping with vitamin D, stuff like that. I do that for about 44, today was 42 seconds. I up it a second every day on both sides. So that's my day. But anyway, hope you guys are doing awesome. I am so excited about 2024. You have no idea. And if you need anything, please let me know. It's been a pleasure. So I'll see you. Oh, I ate like complete shit for like the last 2 weeks. So I'm trying to get back on track, because I legit go from fine to starving to shaking like I'm gonna pass out, because my body's like, please give me sugar. And that's where we're at there. So anyway, hope you guys have an awesome day, and talk to you soon. Bye.